Hey there and welcome back to Sea Power. Today we are pursuing the red operation that we started yesterday, or started in the previous video, if you remember, that is. We are landing a couple of landing ships over here in Norway, and unfortunately NATO doesn't quite approve. Unfortunately for NATO, they just had, I think, the Long Beach, their cruiser, and an aircraft carrier completely obliterated by a missile salvo from two submarines. These gentlemen down here in the depths, the 206 and the K525. Both of these submarines have proven to be extremely deadly and did a lot of damage. Unfortunately, most of the missiles decided to slam into the Long Beach, leaving the rest of these ships alive. So there's two ships still alive, but they are minor threats. And I'm sending Grupa 1 over here, consisting of 3 Su-24Ms in, to see if I can still get some King bolts off. Aside from that, I'm not really sure what to do with these aircraft. Over on the eastern side, we still have a couple of helicopters, and there are still some aircraft around, although I haven't seen them for a while. But you can see that we are still getting something lighting us up. This thing is changing course. See, this is one of those birds that I don't trust. So we're gonna just preemptively nail it. I'm just not sure if I can, because I think I'm gonna have to kick out all the orders here. It shouldn't be too low for the fire control radar. What? You're not detectable by the fire control radar? That makes no sense. Incoming harpoon. Are you alone? Or do you have friends? You appear to be alone. This is another problem that... Oh, you're not alone. This is another problem that NATO doctrine has. They tend to fire missiles in smaller spreads. Whereas if you want to overwhelm Soviet groups, you're going to have to go for multi-missions. Or multi-missile salvos. If you do not do that, you will see that most of your missiles get intercepted fairly easily, especially if you got two Urloys defending the place. Like, these guys are so good at defending against missile attacks. I don't even need to use the Kirov much. This thing is behaving extremely erratically. There's another missile. 42 miles, we're starting to close the distance quite a bit. We got 38 missiles here, we got 42 missiles there, and that's not even counting the Kirov. So we got plenty of missiles to defend. As for these landing ships, they really only have a bit of chaff and a 57mm gun. That's their defense. That's the extent of it. Yeah, and a noisemaker. That's it. I want to have these guys go full. Water speed 20 knots. I want to have the submarines try and overtake the rest of the formation. Ordered speed 20. Wait, you're doing 20 knots and you're doing 23? Did I tell you to flank or something? Oh, he might be trying to stay in formation. See, more missiles, but too little. Not really going to make a dent. We're even getting these... The Ka-27 over here is spotting the missile visually. It's not using a radar or anything, it's just going, hey, that's not supposed to be there. What you got there? What you got there? Let me guess, picked up on the radar? From the Kharlamov. Oh. Does not respond. 25,000, semi-small. Not sure exactly what we're looking at. This sea sprite over here is annoying, but I can't touch it, because it's too low. I could try engaging it with the Su-24s, because they do have short-range air-to-air missiles, the AFITs, but they're currently tasked with something else. Once they've expended their King bolts, maybe I can still eliminate that aircraft. Or a bunch of those aircraft, really. Yeah, there's more. They do tend to send a few missiles against each target, so we're now down to just over 70 missiles. and long-range gunnery. Don't discard the guns on these Udaloys. More often than I want to, I have seen these things eliminate eliminate missiles with guns. With just 100mm guns. They're extremely capable missiles. This guy's going to deploy sonobuoys because there might still be a submarine threat. Like, if I was a mission designer, I'd say, look, we have an aircraft carrier group here, and there's going to be a submarine lying in wait there. Because this is the perfect opportunity for a submarine, especially if the Kirov and her friends come thundering in at high speeds. You will probably find that you're going to get surprised. And that's not what I want. Deploy, just activate everything. So I think we have superiority right now. Give me a variable depth sonar, deploy, active sonar, why don't you? These helos are annoying me. This guy is still doing weird turns. At 445 knots, it's most certainly not a helicopter. I think the 25,000 feet also gave it away. If it was an F-14, it probably would have shot at me by now. If it's a radar jamming aircraft, like an electronic warfare bird, I'm not sure if the AI knows how to use those. So that leaves... what, like an RA-5? Because an A6 would have launched its missiles by now. Especially since that only needs 65 miles to get into range. Not quite sure what it is. What's the launch range on the King Bolt? Altitude? 150 feet. Okay, formation. If you want to, for example, select the leader of formation, middle mouse on any of the formation members, and you're going to select the leader. We're going to go to 300 feet. So we're almost in missile range. First sonobuoy deployed. 27 mile range. I'm going to just target 7012 here. And if they don't make it through, tough. At least the NATO forces will have expended a few more surface-to-air missiles. We're still getting radar stuff from something. But it's not from these. We're picking them up on our radar. Curious. We're picking this thing up on radar. Who's giving off these radar signatures? What's trying to lock onto me with radar? 21 miles. Okay, a bit more. Go on. There it is. Okay then, gentlemen, all of you. Salvo 2. Target 7012. Missiles away. Job done. And now I can go hunt some air contacts. So, formation, turn around. Missiles deployed. Oh, what is that? I don't like that one bit. Hostile, 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 hostile. We are under air attack. Kirov. Go to town. Weapons free. This is going to weapons free them for anti-air defense. It is not going to clear them for missiles against surface targets. Range 17 miles. They're coming in fast. Go on. Considering they're just flying directly at me, I'm thinking these are equipped with dumb bombs. Gorlomov. Weapons free. Levchenko. Weapons free. The problem is the gauntlets don't have the range. It's almost like there's something going on with the air search and the air targeting radar, but these things are flying at 54 feet, so they're flying so low that it's difficult to engage them. Oh great, we've got a SAM coming after us. Lower. This has a very good chance of shooting you down. In fact, that will kill you. You did. There's more of them. Okay, we got the Kirov finally engaging with an SAN-6. Kirov going at it with guns. Just engage everything, dude. We shot something down. There's more somethings incoming. It's a small aircraft. I don't know what it is. I think I saw an A6 fly past, but I'm not 100% on that. Look, at this point, you really should be able to engage. If you try turning your Q-off on and back off. It should be going for things, but it's really not. Okay. VID. What are we looking at? That's an A6. Was an A6. Looks like the pirate's ejecting. So they're coming in with A6s with what? Dumb bombs? What sort of an attack is that? Did we get all our missiles? Hold on. SU-24 has been hit, yes. AS-13 intercepted. I think they intercepted all the AS-13s when I wasn't paying attention. Intercepted, 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 intercepted. Yeah, okay. So they got all of them. Fine. Oh, it's an A7. My bad. Oh, God. Take it out. Now. Thank you. Jesus, that got way too close. What the hell, dude? You're supposed to have this massive no-fly zone around you, and instead we're getting this? Is this some sort of budget cutoff or what? The Gecko has 8-mile range. These guys are at 2-mile range, and I still can't target them. Target too close for the Grumble? Oh boy. The Kutov's going to get hit. You're dead. You're dead. 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 One more. Don't let him drop. Don't let him drop. He dropped. He didn't drop. What? I dropped him. What the hell? Did we just witness? What was that? Weird shit. Okay. Okay, we're alive. Everything's good. Although that got a little too close for comfort. I'm going to send a salvo of 16 shipwrecks this way. See, I only need one shipwreck to go through for each target, because that will completely destroy it. But the problem is, if I don't throw enough at them, they'll intercept everything, and I've wasted missiles. What to do? What to do? 12? 12. Execute. Still got one more incoming contact. Don't trust it. Are you watching me drop sonar buoys or something? Is this the only surviving aircraft from the S-24s? Waste. Go after this guy instead. Can't quite get there yet. Okay, Kirov is throwing out missile after missile after missile. This is such an imposing warship. Just that massive funnel, radar systems, guns everywhere, missile launchers, basically the whole bow from the midships to the bow is missile launchers in some form or another. That's an airliner. Try not to target that. You're getting jammed? Oh, now I get what's going on. This is a radar jamming aircraft. That's an electronic warfare bird. That's why we can't target things. You, go after that bastard. Right now. That's what I'm seeing on the map. It's just that I've basically never been jammed before. So I wasn't sure what that looks like. Now I know. Now I know. That is an EA6. That's an EA6, and this might be another one. Because it's behaving the same. 245 knots. Okay, since you're here, and now I know what this thing could be, we're going to take it out. Unfortunately, that has to be done with aphids, because I simply don't have enough other options. I don't have guns, for example. You only threw one king bolt? What the hell, dude? Okay, weird. Missile away. That's why my fire control radar couldn't work. Hello, you bastard. Yep. Electronic warfare bird. So the AI does know how to use them. That is interesting. That's very interesting. Didn't know that. See, now the radar jamming is only happening on the west side. Not really the south side anymore. Though we're also getting some jamming from the east. Supposedly. No, just west. Just west. Kill it. Heading a waypoint. No, dude, I need you to shoot something. How are we doing here? With their Long Beach cruiser dead, I think they don't have that much capability of detecting all these missiles. They can definitely respond to them. They can definitely see them. Yep, EA6B, electronic warfare. You sneaky, sneaky bird. Dead. Jamming is still active? Curious. Okay, how are we doing here? Ooh. Goodbye. And you? Why are they blackened like that? I didn't hit them yet. Now I did. Okay, so that's their surface group dead. We have their air group dead. We're still getting something trying to light us up almost. Does that mean I can finally shoot at these other contacts here? No. Oh, sorry, you're the Kurlamov. Kirov. Jamming has now ceased. Yeah, see, now I have range. Now I have range. That was good. That was actually really good. I like being jammed like that. I quite liked that. Now I guess we can continue moving on towards the objective. A little later, I'm exploring a couple of contacts, for the lack of a better term, trying to VID them, and it's in Oslo. Hello, Norway. Didn't know you cared. We're gonna have to eliminate that, naturally. And Oslo is not terribly dangerous, nor is it very good at defending itself, but it does have the Rim 7. So if it wants to, it can engage me, and I think it's considering doing just that. So it needs to get a fair warning not to do that shit ever again. Sending a shipwreck or two after this is probably going to get intercepted. Yep, there we go. Chaff it, get out. Ooh, boy. Afterburner. Ooh, this missile is going to just or just not run out of fuel. I think it's just going to not run out of fuel. Yep. Okay. Afterburner saved the day. The Oslos have that Rim 7 Sparrow launcher on the stern. This thing has 7 shots left, because it only fired once. Seeing as I don't exactly know what the other target is, I'm just going to say I'm going to give this guy a fair berth. So he has 19 mile range on his penguins. 19 miles. Ta-da, there. And of course 10 mile anti-air range. So that was about 10. Stay out of there. I don't know what that is, but it seems to be behaving in a fairly similar fashion as this Trondheim. So maybe it is a fair target. What I suspect it is a Hawk fast attack boat. Something in that fashion. So, do I shoot it or do we not shoot it? I think we're going to shoot it. The question is just how many. How many are we going to send? I can send a Silex B after it. But there might still be a submarine around. I got 16 Silex B. And we have 8 shipwrecks and another 14 Silex A. No, 10 Silex A. Okay, I think we can afford to spend a few missiles. I also have these things, the Test 71s. 13.5 mile range, but that's anti-submarine. If I want to go into surface ship, we're going to go up to 9.7 miles with the subs. The Stallion is again an anti-submarine weapon. A carrier killer is in range, but the Oslo is probably faster than that. No, hold on. The Oslo can fly away. Well, fly away. It can try and fly. It can sail away at 25 knots. So it's actually not fast enough to outrun a carrier killer. The thing is, I'm not sure where it's going to be within the next half an hour. And these torpedoes are so slow that they will get there eventually, but it's going to take them an hour to get there. That's not really what I want. So, we're going to send out a full salvo of 8 SSNB Silex against the Oslo. This way, I know that at least one missile is going to go through. Because he simply cannot detect... Well, he can detect. He cannot simply engage all these missiles. Because after the 7 more rims have been lost or sent, he's going to be out of missiles. And he's going to reload for the next, I think, 30 minutes. So he's going to be not very capable of doing a whole lot about this. Excellent. Unfortunately, something I missed is that these missiles only have a capability of being guided. They are linked to the Admiral Kharlamov, and because of that, and the Kharlamov's limited capability of guiding these things in, I can't actually tell them where to go. I have one weapon channel here. These things are talked to by the ship. That could be a problem. It means I cannot send the whole wave. Okay, fine. The Oslo is now responding to these missiles. And they're probably going to send more than one surface-to-air missile to try and intercept it. Both missed. Interesting. I'm going to try and do that again. Here it comes. 1. 2. Stay out of range, dude. I think he can also only guide a few missiles in. There's the Oslo. Oslos don't have Sea Whiz, do they? They got guns, but they don't have Sea Whiz. Another 2 Sea Sparrows missed. Hold on, Sea Sparrows? Sparrows. Sea Sparrows. That's another 2 rims. So they got 2 more. No, they got 1 more left. Yeah, that's their last missile. Huh. So you're just dead? Yeah, I guess he's going to be just dead. It is that simple. 2 hits. And I don't even need the second one. That's a Hawk. Okay, so that was very economical. Now, that the air threat has gone, let's see what that is. I'm going to go up to, let's say, 3,000 feet, so that if I'm going to get shot at least I'll have some distance between me and him. And can we actually engage these? No, not quite. Not quite. I have laid a nice net of sonobuoys. Some of the sonobuoys are going to be deploying, or going to be dead in 20 minutes, but I do expect that we'll be clearing that first line just by about then, as we're doing 14 knots. So that should be fine. There could very well still be a submarine around here that I haven't detected, so I have to keep a vigil here. I have to be wary of the fact that there could very well be threats that I'm not yet aware of. Also, there was supposedly something else defending the coastline. Oh, it's a snog. Okay. There could be something defending the coastline, like forts, missile launchers. They could have... Do they have surface-to-surface? I don't think so. I mean, Pact has the Styx missile launchers ashore. I'm not sure NATO has anything parallel to that, anything likewise. What can you do, little snoggy? You have 19-mile penguin range. You have torpedoes, which are anti-surface dumbfires. No, wire-guided. Wire-guided with a passive sonar seeker. No guidance, no mid-course correction. Not sure which it is. And a 40mm gun. Low threat. Nevertheless, it's a threat. So it's going to get a missile. Let's just wait until they're in range, pop it, and continue sailing on. As for helicopters, are you ready? You're ready. Let's go. Because I did tell one of the helos to go back. And here it comes. That's the helo going back to the Admiral Levchenko. The other helicopter, I think, is still loitering here. Surprisingly, lots and lots and lots of range in this guy. So let's already have you drop more sonobuoys. I'm just going to sonobuoy our way in. And yes, that's now a word. Actually, can I go for the smaller spread? Like that? I don't need all 16 of them. I think 9 should be sufficient for now. Can you engage? Yes, you can. 1. 1 should be sufficient. Give him the good news. And that should be the end of that threat. Well, threat. I mean, it's a cute little boat, but it's not that big of a deal. If they come at you out of surprise, like if they've raced out of here and I was just outside of that, they would be a threat. Right now? Nah, not as much. Don't underestimate penguin missiles. They may look cute and they look small and they sound like they're adorable, but they're actually not. They're quite dangerous. They're fairly small, which makes them difficult to intercept. But they don't have a lot of range, and that's their downfall. That 19-mile range means that they need ambushing, or they won't really have the range. I think this poor guy might try and shoot at it with a 40mm, and that's about all he can do. He doesn't even have chaff, does he? Pop, 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 pop. Boom. Okay, nice work. Job done. So, continue laying stone, boys. Continue the spread, and let's continue our journey. The journey and the hunt will definitely continue, but in episode 3. If you want to see that right now, you can do so by becoming a member. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait one day. The video will be up tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next video.